Imagine paying millions of dollars to own virtual pieces of land and other assets. That is exactly what is happening with the introduction of the Metaverse on a global scale. Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we have yet another interesting topic for you, Sandbox, which is the game which has some huge things going on for it. Even though these are early days, the recent developments point towards a whole new economy being built in the coming years. The Sandbox is right in the middle of it, and more people are starting to take notice. The virtual metaverse allows users to own, build, as well as monetize their stake in the game itself. No one is certain what the future of the metaverse will look like, but there is no doubt that this is only the beginning. The virtual world is raking people in to invest in huge amounts, and the opportunists are working day and night to make profits. The concept of the metaverse is to make a universal virtual world where people can do all the things they would in the real world, and then some more. Everyone would be virtually connected to a single mega universe in the digital world. The idea, in the simplest terms, can be explained as an augmented reality where users can live in the digital world. Black Mirror is a TV show that portrays this concept very well in some of their episodes. It uses a lot of newly developed technologies to assist the network and make it a possibility. Huge corporations like Facebook want to be a part of it as soon as possible, but for now crypto developers seem to be the front runners in the industry. The hype is only just building, and if you know about it now, consider yourself one of the early movers who can take advantage of this. The most hype is being created by the heavy transactions being made to purchase virtual plots of land in the Sandbox metaverse. The Wall Street Journal recently reported that a plot of land had sold for a whopping $4.3 million in the virtual world. This sounds insane to even think about, as you could probably buy a huge mansion with that amount in the real world and live luxuriously. Atari was the company that sold this plot to Republic Realm for the record amount. The previous record was $2.43 million and only stood for a week. This record won't stay put for long, as more expensive pieces of virtual plots are being listed and investors are already placing their bids to reserve a piece in the best locations around the virtual universe. The hottest property seems to be near Snoop Dogg's own virtual mansion, as people want to be neighbors with the legendary rapper. These purchases may seem futile and questionable now, as there doesn't seem to be a logical reasoning behind spending such amounts of money on immaterial items. But the purpose is to get a long-term advantage and approach this as an investment opportunity. As the hype grows and more people get involved, the resources will become more scarce. The simple concept of market demand implies that if the buyers are more than sellers, the price will shoot up. The way that the prices are being quoted even now when the hype isn't as much, we can only wonder how much they will cost in the future when everyone is trying to get a piece of virtual plots. The Sandbox franchise has been around since 2011, when it came out with the hit game with the same name. 5 years later, the Sandbox evolution hit the app stores, and the two games compiled over 40 million downloads on the iOS and Android app stores.
Alright, so as you can see, I am in the game. I am in the Metaverse. Now, imagine this with an Oculus. How freaking awesome it would be.
They upgraded their network to allow for an in-game ecosystem that could be user-generated in 2018. This was a huge step forward, as the massive community from mobiles was shifted to the blockchain network. This superseded massive gaming platforms such as Minecraft and Roblox, as a user-generated ecosystem implies true ownership of whatever they create, as well as rewards in the form of non-fungible tokens for participation in the game. This incentive led to a lot of people joining in, and thus increasing the user base of the game. The Sandbox gaming platform has three major products that are integrated into the system to produce a comprehensive experience for the users. The blockchain network helps in creating a secure database to let users copyright their ownership using smart contracts. The three integrated products are Voxel Editor, Marketplace, and the Game Maker. The Voxel Editor lets the users create models and make transitions with the help of animations. The Marketplace is open to all users to trade in-game assets and tokens. The trades take place on the market, and smart contracts ensure smooth transactions. Finally, the Game Maker allows users to create and monetize games inside the Sandbox platform itself. It is like a game inside a game, and users have complete autonomy to do as they please. It is no surprise that virtual plots on the Metaverse are selling off quickly, and the Sandbox is the biggest contributor to digital real estate trading in the virtual world. Records show that more than $310 million worth of NFTs is being sold on average every week. Digital real estate contributes to a quarter of these sales on the Sandbox Metaverse. There is a huge gap between the Sandbox Metaverse contributing to digital real estate and the number 2 contributor, that is Decentraland. In fact, the gap between the two is so huge that all other platforms combined are still responsible for less real estate trading than the Sandbox alone. In the first week of December 2021, the Sandbox was responsible for selling approximately 4,500 digital assets on its platform, with sales in the excess of $70 million worth. In the same week, Decentraland came second and sold a mere 399 digital assets for a combined worth of just over $6.6 million. The third largest contributor had sales worth less than even $1 million. These figures just go on to highlight the almost monopoly the Sandbox Metaverse has created for digital real estate in the Metaverse. The first mover advantage has worked out well for them, as they have been selling plots of virtual land well before Metaverse became so prominent. The Sandcoin is the ERC20 token within the Sandbox and works as its native currency inside the game. The token was launched on Binance in 2020 and is the basic currency that will be used on the Sandbox network. Users spend Sandcoins in order to make any purchases such as for land, items, or any in-game equipment. As the demand for digital real estate in the Sandbox platform skyrockets, so will the value of the Sandcoin. All users will be trading sand to make any transactions on the platform. The undeniable growth of the Metaverse only points to the inevitable rise of the Sandcoin. The Sandbox Metaverse game is shooting to the moon, and developers have huge plans for it this year. 2022 will see a huge jump in its value for Sandcoins as more and more people become aware of this opportunity. Another feature of the coins is that it acts as a governance token, and hence users will get a say in major development decisions according to their Sand holdings. Voting rights can be exercised on gaming decisions on the platform.
And other OSs soon, but right now it is available.
Users will be able to earn passive revenue on their digital land through staking. The more you stake, the more sand you can earn, and it is also the only way to procure unique gems in the game. These gems and catalysts can then be used to build assets. The current value of the Sandcoin is $5.6, and it is expected to consistently grow in the coming years. Its clear monopoly in the digital real estate market will help it grow much more. And as more and more people join in, the value of the coin will rise exponentially. Experts are predicting a heavy rise in the 5-year investment period for the currency and urging early movers to carefully research and get into the game before it is too late. So we recommend finding out more about this amazing opportunity and trying your hand to get huge returns in the future. If you liked our video, then do hit the like button and subscribe to us. Press the bell icon for further updates on our future videos. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace.